You know, Lucian, with how much you sing when we're on the road, we really ought to stop by the Bard's College. Might be a thing or two we can both learn there. And it might do us some good to immerse ourselves in some of Skyrim's culture.
Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the headmaster here. How may I help you?
We're looking to apply to the college?
Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard.
And what is it that you need us to do?
Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago.
And that's where I come in?
Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem.
And why has Elisif forbidden the festival?
As you may be aware, Elisif's husband, High King Torrig, was recently killed. Elisif mourns her husband deeply, and she feels that a festival that burns a king in effigy is distasteful. I tried to convince her the festival is many centuries old and celebrates solitude, but I need proof. I believe King Olaf's verse will provide that proof.
So, what is the Poetic Edda? I hear it mentioned often.
I think Giraud here would give you the best explanation of both it and the history of King Olaf's verse. You should speak to him about it.
Don't mind if I do.
I wish you luck in finding the verse.
Well, it is the middle of the night, so I don't know if Giraud will be up. Maybe I'll have to come back in the morning. Maybe I'll have to speak to them in the morning.
Retrieving a lost poem from an ancient tomb seems like a strange entrance exam. Are all bards hardened grave robbers? Ah well, what do I know?
But here's the thing, Lucian. If you need to be a hardened grave robber in order to become a bard, we're halfway there. We're already... we've passed that part of the exam. Now we just need to get the Edda. Now we just need to get King Olaf's verse. Well, we gotta wait till morning. We gotta wait until... whoever it is wakes up, till Giraud wakes up. In that case, let's go investigate the nearby barrow, since I did mention that a while ago, and then I just kept forgetting about it. Now you're probably thinking there's much easier ways to wait till morning. We could have just gone to the Winking Skeever, had a drink, waited till morning, rested till morning. But this was already on my list. This is already something I wanted to do, and I kept wind up putting it off. Not even intentionally so. 18th of Morning Star, 4th Era, year 201. How long has it been since I first heard the Gauldur Legend? 80 years? 100? I can think of nothing else now. My goal is at hand. After years of searching, I finally traced the ivory claw to a collector in Brabble. His death was necessary, but I have it. I have it at long last. 22nd of Morningstar, 4th Era, year 201. 3 days of non-stop riding, I reached Anvil ahead of my pursuers and took passage on the Ice Runner, bound for Solitude once more. The other passengers are becoming suspicious. Returning from dinner, I caught one brute rooting around in my quarters. He almost found the claw. Had the captain not intervened, I would have flayed him alive. I hope to spend the voyage sequestered in my room, reviewing my notes and preparing spells, but I need to deflect some attention from myself. I'll have to mingle, pretend to just be another petty mage, for now. 2nd of Sans Dawn. The brute claims to be an adventurer, off to seek his fortune in the ruins of Skyrim with his companions. Perhaps I can turn this to my advantage. Use them as fodder for the traps and drug within the tombs. I can see the greed in his eyes. Yes, that should work. 3 weeks of solitude, the captain says, If I have to suffer these fools longer than that, I'll swim. With the brute and his companions in tow, I led our band across the marsh to Folgenthyr, where we made camp for the night. Little has changed since my first expedition 10 years ago, but this time I have the claw, and I will have the amulet. I spent all night preparing a synopsis of my notes in case some fragment of the tale or piece of ancient lore may be needed to bypass the wards within the tomb. Then I cast all my books and scrolls into the fire and reduced my life's work to ashes. At long last, today is the day of reckoning. If I cannot have the amulet, no one will. Not even a scrap of paper that we can salvage. Damn. So, Lucian, seeing as we already found one of the pieces of the Gauldur amulet, how much you want to bet that, he wasn't exactly successful in the end? I feel pretty confident in that, honestly. The one thing he didn't burn. The journal. Well, there's, what looks like to be an adventurer's body right there, Lucian. Watch out for the trap. I'm gonna go ahead of you. Just in case you... Oh, you didn't step on it. Thank you, Lucian. Thank you. Well, we still need that claw. Well, no, we don't, because this is already open. It would seem he made it this far, but probably not much further, if I had to guess. Yeah, the fact that we got living Draugr, or rather, standing
bites the dust.
Draugr, makes me think that, he didn't exactly make it out of here. Oop, one down. Alright, Lucian, a little help. And... okay, good, I got Fire Breath equipped. Boom. Let him burn. No, you're supposed to burn.
Down and
Perfect. Took a second, but we got him in the end. We got him. I was about to say, that's going to be a trap. Nice try. You can't fool us. Well, sometimes you can. It depends on the day. You, didn't get too far, huh? How to summarize a legend? Oh god, a lifetime of research. I know it's been a while, so I just need to get over it, but having the text, having the quest pop-ups in front of the books that you might need to read, it's a little annoying to have to wait for them to go away. How to summarize a lifetime of research. So little of what I have learned matters now. The petty politics of ancient times, the age-long campaign to wipe out all mention of the Gauldur name. I know not what awaits us within Folgenthyr. So here, then, is the truth of the tale as best I have been able to piece it together. In the opening days of the First Era, the Archmage Gauldur was revered throughout the North. Wisdom, wealth, honor, and power were his, and even Ysgramor's heirs sought his counsel. Smothered by his shadow, Gaudur's 3 sons grew cruel and resentful. They lusted after their father's power and prestige, and eventually, Yrek, the eldest, discovered his source, a mysterious amulet from which he never parted. Together they conspired to murder their father in his sleep and divide his amulet between them. And so it was done. Consumed by their newfound power, the brothers laid waste to the surrounding villages. So great was the carnage that the High King himself intervened, sending a company of battle mages led by the Archmage Geirmund to subdue the brothers. And after a devastating battle, the 3 fled the field. Mikril, the youngest, was run to ground in Folgenthyr, the ancient barrow at the foot of Solitude. And though he fought for 3 days and nights, he was at last overcome and entombed there, his crypt sealed by an ivory claw. Geirmund pursued Yrek to the shattered crypts of Sarthal, half buried even then in the frozen depths of Winterheld. 10 veteran wizards fell before Yrek's elemental magic, but he could not overcome them all together. He too fell and was sealed within the ruined city. And at last, Sigdis was cornered in the southernmost reaches of Skyrim. He challenged Lord Geirmund to a duel, knowing his foe was honor-bound to accept, and they clashed in battle, matched strength for strength, and fell together on the field before Ivarstead. The High King ordered a tomb built for Geirmund on the lake which still bears his name, and had Sigdis sealed within, forever guarded by the one who slew him. Gauldur himself was interred in a cave not far from where his tower once stood, in the place called Reachwater Rock, near where the Karth River splits and joins again. And when it was done, King Harald issued an edict. The name and deeds of Gauldur and his sons were to be expunged from every record, every chronicle. Under pain of death, no word of them was to be spoken, lest any try to recover the amulet that had been sealed at so great a cost. And so it was done. But a little survived the ages. Enough. 4,000 years have passed and the tomb remains sealed. The fragments of the Gauldur amulet lie within. Since the day I first heard the rumor, I have felt its power calling to me, pulling at me. I will be the one to reclaim it, restore it, and bear it out into the world once more. I must have it. I must. Yeah, how's that going for you? Oh, are we getting... Oh. Lucian, did you know we're under attack? Did Lucian get locked out but still is just killing them through? Oh god. Lucian, do you need some help down there? Did this seal it off? No, that isn't what sealed it off. When did Lucian get locked out? I just noticed.
Problem solved.
Okay, I can get you out. Don't worry. Lucian, come on in. Thank you. Next time you're locked out, just yell. Just yell my name and I'll come get you. Don't worry. Well, I see a skeleton right there. Also, how fitting is it that I have the Gauldur Blackbow
Sorted.
while trying to find the rest of the Gauldur brothers? So we'll have to find our way into Sarthal at some point, I guess. Lucian, I heard you set off that trap. I heard it. You can't blame the Draugr for this one, I'm sorry. Lucian, who set off that trap over there? Who could have done it? Oh, you're reanimating. And that didn't hurt you at all. But that did. I see the Draugr right there. I was hoping that would do a little bit more damage. It did not, but that's fine. Wait. There we go.
Let's dance.
Nice job, Lucian. Ooh. Dual wielding too? Look at you. Lucian, this seems a little bit like a trap. Maybe not. Oh, I was hoping you would say stuck in that. Nope, let's flip that one back. And try that one. Perfect. If only the mage hadn't burnt all of his research and all of his books. Think of how helpful that could have been if he had just kept it on him. Maybe, in his backpack or something. Did I set off a trap, or was that just a little bit of a landslide there? Lucian, if anyone asked, the Draugr did it. Definitely not me. I am surprised at how much damage one word of Fire Breath is doing. But I also feel like it's a pretty safe bet that fire against undead is just a universal, like, oh yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, you're good. Snake, whale, eagle. Which, granted, I'm looking at that, and I don't see anything to use that on yet. So, never mind. Oh! Lucian over here. See, fire maybe didn't do as much against this one, so I gotta revise my statement. Oh, here we go. Snake. Whale. Eagle. Soul gem. I was waiting for that one to be one of the soul gems that attacks you because they hate you. And everything that you stand for. And now, Lucian. Drumroll, please. No drumroll? See, this is why you gotta learn to be a bard.
Do you think the ancient Nords were obsessed with mead as well?
I hope so.
Ah, excuse me.
I want to know where I got my obsession from for mead with. And I sure hope it's ancestral. I sure hope it's thanks to my ancestors. We got spiders. I'm just gonna duck in here for a second. Just because I know the poison can absolutely destroy me. The poison can be really, really dangerous. And they can hit you with the poison at close range as well, but it's better to close the gap when possible. It's better to try and close that gap when you can. Okay, just two?
This is the end for you, I'm afraid.
Alright. Now let's check the claw. The ivory dragon claw. Eagle, eagle, dragon. Oh, we have more behind us. Oh,
Back
Lucian.
in your grave.
Thank you, Lucian. Well, that's the thing. When I only saw two of
This'll all be
the
over
coffins
soon.
open up, I was surprised. I expected more. I also realized that I'm pretty close to being over-encumbered. I need to store more stuff on my horse once we get out of here. I could use Lucian a little bit more as a pack mule, but I'm trying not to. If anything, I like to think that Lucian and I are going to be equals in this partnership. And that means not using him as a living, breathing backpack, you know? Okay. Lucian, I remember the last Gauldur fight absolutely destroyed us.
Shoot out those glowy eyes.
So just be aware. I'm going to start focusing on his minions. I'm going to start focusing on his summons, just so we don't get overwhelmed. Okay, it's just him? Nope, never mind. I say that and there's more Draugr
Go back
coming
to being
out.
dead already.
Oh, he's just sliding at me. Lucian, I think he's trying to drain my health. I'm gonna need some help over here. And... nope. There we go. Much, much better than the first one. Much better than the first fight. Increases your health by 30 points. The Gauldur Blackblade absorbs 15 points of health. And the Writ of Sealing. Be bound here, Mikril, murderer, betrayer, condemned by your crimes against realm and lord. May your name and your deeds be forgotten forever, and the charm which you bear be sealed by our ward. And when you think about it, Lucian, we're maybe not doing the best thing by digging up these artifacts ourselves. They were sealed away. They weren't supposed to be revealed to the world again. They weren't supposed to be dug up. They were afraid for anyone to have this amulet in any form, even just fragmented. So maybe it's a little odd for us to be, gathering it ourselves. But I guess you could look at it as a thing of, hey, if we don't do it, then someone else is going to. As is evidenced by the mage that tried to get in here in the first place. I also realized I took the Varla Stone when I've been pretty good about not taking them just for easy gold. I haven't taken one in a long time. I'm taking this one. That way I can hopefully soon be able to afford that house in Solitude. I've been spending a lot of time in Solitude. I don't need a house everywhere, but a second home? It sounds nice. It would still be infinitely cheaper for me to just stay in an inn every time I needed to wait till morning, but the convenience of having a new home, the convenience of having a home in Skyrim's capital, I could go for that. I'd be alright with that. Now, before we leave, we did have this keyhole. See, just a little bit of treasure. Nothing wrong with just a little treasure, right? Not much. Still needing another 3,000 gold in change. But if we start selling some of what we have, I think we'll be able to get there pretty soon. Now, I did say that it would be morning by the time we got out. I was worried it would be a little bit later than morning. I was worried it would be mid-afternoon, but no. Only 6:30. In that case, let's head back to Solitude, sell some things, and then head back to the Bard's College and talk to them. Gerard?
Good to meet a prospective bard.
Viarmo said you could tell me about the Poetic Edda.
He's sending you after King Olaf's verse, then. That's good. We shouldn't leave it lying around now that I figured out where it is. The verse was Svafnir's contribution to the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Each bard adds to the Edda in his or her time.
So King Olaf's verse is a lost part of the Edda?
And a very ancient one. The verse criticized the reigning King Olaf. He was so incensed the bard was put to death and all the copies burned. At least, that's what we thought until I translated some ancient texts a year or so ago. We now believe King Olaf buried the truth with the bard. If I'm right, Svafnir and King Olaf's verse lie in Dead Men's Respite, along with the burial chamber of King Olaf himself. Be careful. You might find more than just King Olaf's verse in Dead Man's Respite.
Let me just see where it is. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of a walk. If anything, that's going to be an entire trip in and of itself. We're going to probably walk from Solitude down to Morthal, see what's going on there, and then make our way to Dead Men's Respite from there. That'll just be the fastest way to go about it.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
I'm assuming that Lucian and I are
Everything all
the
right?
only ones that they're sending all the way to try and take care of that. The only ones that they're sending to
What
try
you
and
thinking?
find
Maybe I'm the
the Lost
Dragonborn.
Verse.
I just don't
So I
know
feel
it
like
yet.
there's not too much of a rush on that. I feel like we can really just take our time with that if need be. I'd like to buy the house first. I would like to at the very least buy the house. Steep Fall Burrow. I have a feeling I don't know where that is on my map. But hey, this could pay well. Let's see what we have. Oh, deliver a potion to Dragon Bridge. Numir's Rot, Fugitive in the Reach. Let's take Steep Fall Burrow. Let's find out where that is. Animals located in the burrow have been killing citizens and visitors. Alright. So maybe it won't pay too much. But we'll see. Let me also see what this is. A fugitive is wanted dead or alive for heinous deeds and assorted crimes against the good people of Hafingar. Sleepy Hag's Inn and the Silverblood Inn in the Reach. Generous reward will be offered to anyone who kills them. Could be good money. And a potion to Dragonbridge as well. Sure. That's gonna be on a timetable. Olda of Dragonbridge, receive half of the payment up front. Alright. Oh, from Angeline! Now, the other thing is, I want to make sure I maybe have a little bit of money left over after I buy the house as well.
Feel free to look around. We have a fine selection of herbs here at Angela's Aromatics.
Because it's 25,000
If you're
gold
looking
just
for
for the
potions,
house.
you should talk to my aunt, Angeline
Hello,
Morad.
friend.
Hello. I'm here for the delivery job you posted.
Of course.
Not much.
Always a pleasure.
It's only going to be 200
You
gold in
look
the
like
end,
an
but still.
adventurous one.
I'm
I
okay
bet
with
we're
this.
kindred spirits, you and I.
Is that so, Vivienne?
You were there for Rogvir's execution.
How do you take your mind off something like that?
Most people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip.
It was a nasty bit of business. Rogvir's execution.
Perhaps, but necessary. As you know, my cousin Fura died out there fighting for us. She wouldn't have had to if it weren't for Rogvir. Thank you for helping my aunt earlier. I'll see you around.
So let me also take a look at the map. Because we have... Well, I gotta mark those off. Steepfall Burrow is right by Lost Echo Cave. Demon's Respite for King Olaf's Verse, and then... Potion, and then somewhere in the Reach. There was no deadline for the Fugitive in the Reach, however. So, kind of like King Olaf's Verse, if I take a little bit more time with that, it won't be the end of the world. Well, first things first, off to Dragonbridge, then up to Steepfall Burrow.
Huh?
I have a potion for you, from Angeline Morard of Solitude.
Thank you. Here. This is for you. All right, then.
See? Easy-ish 200 gold.
Have you met my husband? Well, don't bother. He's a drunk.
Oh. Your husband's drinking too much?
He promised me, swore on his ancestors that he'd give up the mead. And what do I find out? He's been stashing drink in a cave nearby. He even has some wolves guarding it. I swear, I should just cut out his tongue. That would be the end of it.
Tough luck. I'm not getting involved here.
It's not luck. It's mead I'm cursing. All right, then.
I don't necessarily like your husband for lying to you and stashing alcohol in a cave guarded by wolves, but you threatening to cut out his tongue? Also, I'm thinking that the best thing for me to do is not get involved at all.
Don't think you can barter with
any
me
of you.
like I'm one of those damned shopkeepers.
Alright, up to Steepfall Burrow, kill some animals, get some gold. Hopefully, pretty easy peasy. But I guess we'll see. Uh-oh. Oh, are those goblins? I think they are. Goblins don't have much money, do they? They wouldn't have a lot of gold on them, would they?
Ow!
Lucian, I'm here to help. Yeah, I'm helping. Oh. There we go, one down. Oh, Lucian's down. Lucian, don't worry. I will cover you or die trying.
Right! Come on then!
I like your spirit. Just heal real quick. Alright, good. Staggered, and... Just one left, Lucian. Just one left. Don't know why I tried to block. Ooh. This is a different goblin tribe. The Skullbasher tribe? Well, it turns out all goblins hate us, but I guess we kind of could have figured that out on our own. Ebony ore, goblin shaman's staff. Doesn't really sell for too much, and it's really not worth me taking because it already weighs 8.
This'll all be over soon.
Oh, there's more, Lucian. There's more. There's multiple clans fighting us right now. Okay, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
This is rather exciting.
Exciting, true. Dangerous, also true. Oh, I missed.
This is over.
Okay, okay. Did he have anything cool? Just an iron sword of ice, which sells for more than the goblin staff. Think about that for a second. Oh, I didn't have enough range on that, or it just missed him. Both are entirely possible. I think it just missed him. Almost. One hit. Okay. Is that all of them, Lucian? I want to say yes. I want to say it was. Oh. Can I get a reward for that? That's probably going to be more dangerous than fighting out the animals at the burrow, but no one had a bounty out on them, unfortunately. I'll check them for gold. They don't have much, but right now, every little bit helps. Well, Lucian, this blood trail seems ominous. I think it's leading us right to the source.
Job done.
Don't tell me it was just that one wolf. No, there's no way it was just the one. Oh, I already read Proper Lock Design. The books don't sell for enough for me to take them. My speech skill isn't high enough for it to be worth taking them right now. It's like, oh, I sold it for 22 gold. Wow, great. So Steepfall Burrow should be right down here then. Fire Breath has been really, really helpful, and even just with the one word, it's been incredibly good.
Oof.
Maybe we'll talk to the Greybeards again. Maybe they can point me to another word of power. Sneak increased, 32. We're close to leveling up as well. Which is starting to go a little slower because I've already raised my two-handed so much. So the question is, do I want to maybe go to one-handed and shield? Because that'll be a much better way to level my block as well. It'll be much faster to level my block that way, if nothing else. Lucian, whatever you do, don't look down. Don't do it, Lucian. Don't you do it. No. Okay. You're good. He didn't look down. He looked side to side. He looked a little nervous. Oh, that missed. Two-handed increased. Oh, level up. Ooh, what do we have here? Steel sword. Filter lockpicking. Destruction increased. Yeah, that thing that I never ever use. 30 gold. I'm gonna take the Varla Stone. I sell it for like 400, so yes, it'll get me close to my goal, but it's not going to automatically get me there either. As it is, no one in Solitude even has any money. Like, none of the merchants right now have anything left because I already sold all of my junk to everyone. to the blacksmith, to the lady at Bits and Pieces, even to the court wizard. No one has any money left. I've robbed them. Well, robbed of them with incredibly good deals and loot. So, you know, it's the ethical way of doing it. The marketing way of doing it. Well, back to Solitude. Let's talk to Falk. Let's see how much I get paid for this little excursion. So before we talk to Falk, let's level up, because otherwise I'm just going to forget as always. Heavy armor, what do we have? Here we go. Reap the Whirlwind. Taking an incoming hit in all heavy armor grants 20% extra attack damage and critical damage against the attacker for 5 seconds. That sounds pretty good. I think I could get used to that. Falk?
Thane Bryling, at your service.
I wasn't speaking to you.
Hey there.
Steepfall Burrow has been cleared out. I'm here for the bounty.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
How much? Not much. Not much at all.
Anytime, friend.
I made more money.
I can always find time to share a word with a warrior.
I made more money off of delivering a potion.
Many condemn the Stormcloaks, but I refuse. There is honor in fighting for what you believe.
23,790. Well, Lucian, we might need to take our adventures elsewhere. We need to give the Merchants of Solitude time to recover. We need to give the Merchants of Solitude time to get a little bit more gold in their coffers. So maybe things are going to go a little bit out of order than what we had planned. So maybe instead of buying the house first, maybe we'll head towards Morthal now. Maybe we'll head to Dead Man's Respite, get the verse, come back. Maybe that'll be the little bit of gold that we need. Maybe that's going to be the adventure that we need to get us over the 25,000 line. Let's give it a shot. Let's head to Morthal. Unfortunately, that fugitive in the Reach, they're gonna have to stay put. They're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.